Should you really be scared about proof of funds? This is one of the most asked immigration questions whenever people are processing to move abroad, whether you want to move to America or you want to move to UK or you just want to travel for a visit. You know, most countries would expect you to have a proof of funds, and one of the reasons is because they want to know how you can fare there. They want to know how you can cope, how you can take care of yourself there. And whenever people are asked these kind of questions, or whenever people are faced with this situation, they are often scared, or whenever they see an opportunity and they're already processing it. One of the things that can turn them off is when they hear about proof of funds, or POF as some people will call it. I just want to tell you that you don't need to be scared about proof of funds, okay? In this video, I'm going to share with you on how to get this proof of funds and how you can do it yourself, okay? I'm going to share with you about everything you need to know about proof of funds. Even if you don't have any money to do proof of funds, I'm going to tell you what to do. So ensure that you watch this video to the end, because I'm going to make it easy for you, like based on my own personal experience and how I've helped to mentor people, you know, mentor my clients. One of the person implemented it and she came to Poland through this, okay? So I'm going to share with you some of these experiences and how you can do it. So ensure that you watch this video to the end. So currently I live in Poland. I've been to several countries around the world. I've used proof of funds a couple of times, you know, and I have the experience, okay? And apart from that, I have other exciting videos on this channel, okay? So ensure that you subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop content, so that whenever I drop content, you'll be one of the first people to be notified, okay? And please like this video by clicking on the thumbs up icon to support this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's delve into the video proper. Before I share with you about how you can make this proof of funds or how you can get it, I would like to tell you what proof of funds is. Simply put, proof of funds is a proof that you have enough money to take care of yourself and to handle other needs in the country you intend to go to, okay? So you can see that countries want to know that you will be able to take care of yourself. They want to know that you won't be stranded in that place that you're going to. So this is why you shouldn't be put off by this proof of funds. This is why you should take it as part of the requirement for obtaining a visa. And in this video, I'm going to show you that it is obtainable. So you don't need to be scared about it, okay? So there are two main components that makes up the proof of funds. One is your account balance, or the amount of money you have in your account at that time, okay, in which you're making that proof of funds, okay? And the second part is the cash inflow and outflow, or you can call it the transaction history or account history, okay? So you know that when you are using your card to buy things in the market, you use your card to enter the bus, you use your card to shop online, all these things, there are history in the account, okay? So this is the second part of the proof of funds. So with that in mind, when you talk about proof of funds, you're not talking about a virgin account, okay? You're talking about an account that has been active for some period of time. This is why some embassies would want you to show proof of funds for the last 3 months or for the last 6 months, okay? Because they want to see that this account is active. They want to see that there's a history of money going in and coming out of that account, such that when you come to the new country, right, it won't be difficult for you to take care of yourself, because they know that you're already used to getting money in and out of your account. Do you understand what I mean? So this is one of the things you should put at the back of your mind when we talk about proof of funds, all right? So most times embassy are looking for the account balance and for the transaction history, or for the account history, or you can just say cash inflow and outflow. So these ones will convince the embassy that there's something in it that is able to take care of someone for a sustained period of time, or for the duration of your visa. If you're sponsoring yourself, all you need to do is to get that proof of funds. And apart from the proof of funds, get like an employment letter to show that you have a job, and you know, from that job, you know, you have that account and they're paying salary into it. Take into consideration what I've talked about regarding the proof of funds, which means the total amount of money in your bank account at that moment, and also cash inflow and outflow, which means that you should have been using that account to collect your salary, okay? Or if you're doing business, or if people are sending you money, you should have been using that account for some period of time, for at least 6 months. So what you need to do is to go to your bank and tell them you want the proof of funds that you want to apply for a visa. So let's say, for example, the country you intend to go to, the embassy didn't specify, like they didn't specify the proof of funds should be for the last 6 months or for the last 3 months. I would advise you to get for the last 6 months or for the last 3 months, just to be on the safer side. But make sure that there is transaction history, okay? Inflow and outflow. If you have an account that meets this criteria, then I can advise you to use your account as proof of funds, depending on the strictness of the embassy that you are applying to. I would also advise you that in addition to getting your proof of funds, that is your bank statement, I would also advise that you should provide documents stating your payslip, for example. So ideally, it should be an account that you're using to get your salary, right? And that account, you're using it to buy things, you use it to shop things online, or you use the account one way or the other, there's money going in and coming out, okay? I would advise you to do that as well, okay? It depends on how strict the embassy is, okay? But if you don't have this, if you cannot get, for example, if you don't have payment slip, if you don't have employment letter, but you have an account, maybe your parents sends you money into the account, or people normally send money into the account, so hence there's transaction history. So you can just go to the bank and just get your bank statement that has your account balance and the cash inflow and outflow alone. But if you can add, for example, employment letter to show that you're earning some amount of money as salary, and there is evidence that money goes into that account via the job you're doing or courtesy of the job you're doing, that can be a boost, okay? But then for me, it is not 100% required. This is just my idea, that if you can have something like this, that can be a booster. So this is the first scenario whereby you are the sponsor. Now let me talk about the second scenario. Before I talk about the second scenario, if you haven't liked this video, please just click on the thumbs up to support this video, all right? And if you haven't subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop content, okay? All right, now the second scenario is a situation whereby you have a sponsor. Now, people have asked me these questions, and I'm going to make it very clear. Your sponsor must not necessarily be your family member. Your sponsor must not necessarily be someone that you have the same surname, that you're bearing the same surname or the same father's name. Anybody can be your sponsor. A company can be your sponsor. A friend can be your sponsor, okay? In a situation where you have someone as a sponsor, then they will need to give you their bank statement, and in addition, they would need to provide you with a sponsorship letter, okay? So that letter should be written by them, or you can write it. It depends. Maybe this person is a big man or a big woman and doesn't have much time, okay? So you can just write this letter for them, but before you write this, you have to first of all discuss this with them and tell them about the whole plan, okay? Then you can just write this sponsorship letter, all right? Then you take it to them to sign. So when you're writing this sponsorship letter, it should be something like, you're addressing it to the embassy. So the person that is giving you this sponsorship letter, their address should be, just like you're writing a formal letter. So there will be their address, and there will be the address from the embassy. So you might choose to put it this way or this way. So you might just put one of the address here, like on this side, on the right hand side, the address of the person that is writing to the embassy, that is your sponsor. On the left hand side, right below, the address of the embassy. Or if you want, you can just put the address of the person, of the sponsor, on top. Then when you go down, you now put the address of the embassy. Then make sure you write the date, okay? Then when you go below, then you have to write like a title, right? Like letter of sponsorship for Mr. Peter John, okay? So it should be like that, the heading in capital letters. Then below it, the salutation, dear sir or madam, or it can be written to the consular, Then when you come to the body of the letter can be something like, I, Mr. Promise Breno, passport number, in brackets, hereby declare that I am going to be sponsoring Mr. Peter John throughout their stay in so country, So you can just declare it like that, and when you declare the person that you're going to be sponsoring, then the passport number should be there as well. Then after that intro like that, then the sponsor needs to go further to state their job. So they can just write the job, the kind of job that they do, and how much they receive as salary. All those things should be written down like that. Then after everything is written, you can just write like, the sponsor can just write something like, don't hesitate to contact me if you need further information. Okay, then when you come down, then you now put like yours sincerely, then leave a space, then you write the full name of the sponsor, and so that when you print out the letter, okay, the sponsor will be able to sign in between that yours sincerely and the full name of the sponsor. Do you understand? So just to recap what you need to get from a sponsor: 1, bank statement following the rule, the criteria I've mentioned initially, and the second, sponsorship letter. Now, in addition to the sponsorship letter, just to prove the things that we are written in that letter, all right, the sponsor should further, okay, give you like a letter to show that they are employed. Okay, so if they can give you the letter to show that they're employed, that would be nice. And also pay slips for the last, let's say, 6 months or for the last 3 months. Okay, so that at least what was written there as their salary can match. This way the embassy will know that this person is capable of sponsoring you, and money is actually going into this person's account and coming out. So I'm asking you to get these things so that the embassy will not think that you forged the document. After this letter has been written, that is the sponsorship letter, either written by you or the sponsor, and this letter has been printed out and the sponsor has signed it, okay, then I would advise that this letter should be notarized. So you just need to go to a notary. If you don't know what a notary is, or if you don't know where a notary is, then just go on Google and type notary around me, okay, then Google will bring out suggestions. Then you can just follow the address and go there. So notary is a place where you certify documents, or where you can use the original of a document, okay, to get another document that is equivalent to the original. So that means if you're submitting an application and you don't want to submit the original document, right, so you can go to a notary, right, with the original one. They will do the photocopy and certify it, okay, such that that photocopied document now will not be seen as original. Almost anybody can do a proof of funds or can get a proof of funds, okay. So let's say, for example, you have an account, an active account, okay. Over the years, it's just some things are going in, coming out, but you know that you don't have enough money to do a proof of funds. What you need to do is to simply try to think about people that you know, okay, that can lend you some money. It can be 5 people, it can be 10 people, it can be 15 people, it depends. So ideally, this should be people that trust you and you trust them too. So if they can lend you this money, right, you already know how much you need as proof of funds. If they can lend you this money and you just put in your account, right, when you put in your account, then after you get that proof of funds, you pay them back. So you don't need to even wait until the day of appointment before paying them back. Okay, let me just share an experience. So there was this visa I was applying to, and I had money in my account, but I needed more. I had a target, so I needed more. So what I did was that I borrowed, I wanted to borrow money, like I wanted to borrow like $1,000 from my friend. We went to the bank with him. So basically he gave me that money, okay. I went to a cashier and I paid the money into my account. On the same day, again, I picked another queue number. I went to another cashier again, okay, and I told the other cashier that I need bank statement for visa application, and they gave me that bank statement. So after I got that bank statement, the same day, I took another queue number. I went to another cashier again, and I withdrew the money and I gave it back to my friend. So you can do this, all right. At least there should be some people around you that trust you, that you can just go to the bank with them and you can do this, and after you've done that, you give them back. So I've never heard that the embassy called the bank. At the end of the day, you just need to show them something, and you have to find a way to show them this. For a lot of people, they can still take care of themselves abroad, even without showing all this proof of funds. But then the embassy doesn't want to care. They want you to prove it through a document. So I'm just trying to make things easier for you. In fact, even if you want to go to Germany, for example, you can still do the same thing. It depends. If you have people that trust you and can be able to lend you that money, you put it in a blocked account, when you get to Germany, you pay them back gradually, because I heard that when you go to Germany, they'll be paying you back the money little by little, right? And you might even get a job that you'll be able to get the money and give them back faster, So you can also apply the same principle if you want to go to Germany. What I'm trying to tell you is that it is possible to do this proof of funds. Whenever you hear about proof of funds, don't be put away, don't be scared, okay? It is possible. So just to recap what I've shared so far, proof of funds is a proof that you have enough money to take care of yourself and other things, other needs abroad. And you look at proof of funds in two segments: the total account balance that you have at the moment, the cash inflow and outflow. And also you look at proof of funds in two ways. For example, a situation whereby you are the sponsor, you are sponsoring yourself, okay? In that situation, you just need to go to the bank and get the bank statement that has the cumulative sum of money in your account, and it has the cash inflow and outflow. And also, if it is possible, you should also add payment slip for your salary or your employment letter, all these things, okay, if it is possible. In this situation, you don't need any sponsorship letter because you are the one who is sponsoring yourself, okay? And in the situation whereby you don't have much money, you don't have enough money in your account, you can borrow from people. I told you how to do that. You can go to the bank with the person you trust and just follow the principle that I've explained earlier, what I've done in the past, okay? Then if you have a sponsor, all right, and anybody can be your sponsor. It doesn't need to be your family member, okay? Anybody can be your sponsor. What this sponsor needs to give you is their bank statement following the criteria I've mentioned in the video so far, and also a sponsorship letter that should be notarized, okay? And in addition, payment slip, employment letter, and anything to prove they have that money that they are stating. So ladies and gentlemen, that will be it about this content. If you have any question, put in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly subscribe, click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop content, and please smash the like button by clicking on the thumbs up icon to support this video. And if you need any consultation, maybe you need help in writing that sponsorship letter, okay, or you want to talk to me directly, you want me to talk to you specifically regarding your own immigration problem, okay, or your own immigration vision, you want to share it with me and you need help, then also click on a link in the description that says talk to me one-on-one, okay? Once you've clicked that link and you've done the needful, please take a screenshot and contact me via my social media, okay? I would prefer you contact me via Instagram because it will be easier for me to reply you, or you can also contact me via Facebook or email, okay? But it's better for me if you contact me via Instagram, okay? Then if you also need help in moving abroad, for example, you want me to process your admission, to abroad, for example, Poland, okay? Then you also click on that link that talks about us doing admission for you, and do the needful and do the same thing, okay? And if you want me to handle your CV, do the same thing as well, okay? All right, thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way again, have a great time. See you in my next video.